Okay, so people in Hollywood are getting very nervous about drones hanging around their back gardens, but they're not very nervous about having drones on the film sets that they're working on. And we have had drones around some of the most famous blockbuster movies that have come out in recent times. And so, for example, in one of the Pacific Rim films, drones were actually being used when they were filming here in Brisbane in Australia, flying up on the movie set to give the people that were the extras a place to look at that would have been the evil thing's head that you had to point at, scream and run away from. So rather than just imagining where that thing's head would be, you actually had a drone as your pinpoint, as an extra or an actor to be able to look to see where that would be. That's pretty cool. But drones on movie sets actually save a lot of money. If you imagine building a massive rig, a massive sound rig or light rig, instead of actually having to physically construct something made out of steel and make sure it's safe for people to climb up and attach things to, you can literally fly your equipment up when you need it, land it when you don't. They reckon that in the technical Oscars, one of the newest sections is going to be around the use of drones in movies. And so drones can capture sweeping vistas. They can do those wonderfully dramatic pull-outs and zoom-ins on your main characters. And they can show how your character is interfacing with the landscape in a way that hasn't really been very easy before. The other thing that drones are doing is making a lot of us accidental amateur movie makers. So when you go out and record some beautiful footage, you're effectively making a short film. So, camera choreography and drone piloting are two very different skills, but they're combining up. So not only can you fly a drone in a certain way, but you can actually use that camera in a certain way that is again a little bit different. Because of our legislation here in Australia, we've actually managed to attract and win movie contracts to have them made here because we can fly drones on our movie sets. Pretty cool. If you have a drone company, have you considered looking at television and movie work? I think this is an opportunity for anybody who has a full license or skill sets to actually get involved in the creative arts with their technological experience. We have some great startups in Australia that are now basing themselves around the world, creating new drones that can carry really heavy pieces of camera equipment. We've even got drone startups that can actually build camera frames that can carry 80 kilos worth of cameras. This can include some of the older style cameras that aren't digital, that have those film reels, stuck to the side of them, big old school type film reels. So we can even fly those kinds of cameras around now. So when it comes to telling stories, when it comes to showing humans and landscapes interacting, when it comes to showing zoom-ins on action or pretending to be aliens on set, drones have actually found themselves in quite a good niche. And I suppose we have to watch actors get used to dealing with CGI figures, but now we've also got to get actors used to working with drones on set. So next time you're watching a movie or a TV show and you see that telltale pull away and vista, you can probably be sure that it's a drone that was involved in that movie. Can you tell when you see whether it's a drone or a helicopter? I'm getting less and less able to tell the difference. In some of our wildlife documentaries, for example, we don't want big helicopters flying over the Great Barrier Reef causing a lot of updraft and affecting the water surface. We want to be able to see things without them knowing that we're looking at them. So drones, storytelling and the movie industry, I think the story there has literally only just begun.